Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. This is episode 39 of the Interplanetary Voyage of Exploration. And in previous episode we have just docked our SSTO containing the plant growth experiment, which we have just started. And this is using the mod Station Science. The goal of the mod is to give some meaning to the stations, and in this case we have a small lab and the zoology bay on the stations. Right now we still have to EVA Phoenix, which will be doing some maintenance because orbital operations are fun. Actually, not that much, but these big antennas that you see, I'm basically destroying them, scrapping them. And the sole reason for me scrapping them is because they were colliding with actually the Gigantor antennas. And ultimately we don't really need the communication dishes here, so I figured it would be our best bet that we actually just destroy them. Okay. Let's see, yeah, okay, perfect, okay, and we're done. So, now, let's just complete the mini dress probe, Mark 1 with the lifter, and that one I'm building basically a duplicate because I really want to get that one actually to Duna. Our window to Duna will be coming up, well, not soon, but sometime in the near future. And I actually have 240 science that I would like to put to some good use. And I was thinking for the planes and stuff, but then again, actually, I'm thinking more towards science miniaturization. Is highly useful, but it's too expensive at the moment. So I think I will actually put it after I have visited one of the planets or something. Advanced ladders. Yes, this is something definitely that we need. Solely for the purpose of me messing up stuff on our planes. I mean, I'm just horrid with the ladders, don't judge me. And you will see this is sort of a trend, so yeah. I'm really trying to improve on my ladder skills, but I'm just not there yet. Okay, back to the tracking station. I want to actually now go back to our orbital lab, and I want to check up after a few days have passed while we completed the probe, and we can finalize the results, giving us 50 science. Not much, but still notable. Once again, EVAing Phoenix, and I just wanted to reduce the part count on this station, and in that reason I have just disabled a couple of RCS ports, but first I want to actually fix the life support waste container. I mean, Phoenix is an engineer, so, well, for him it should be no problem just to fix a leaky container. I mean, just put in some duct tapes, typical Kerbal style, but we do need some, and I do not want to scrap this part, definitely. Here we are, and we have to take on spares. So, let's just apply duct tape and fix the leaky container. Which is kind of important because this container contains all the poo-poo from the Kerbals, and that one has been leaking out of space. So if you were flying through the flying towards the space station, you would be flying through the debris of, well, crap, basically, or whatever is that Kerbals do poop. So, yeah, killing RCS ports in the hope of even slightly reducing the part count on our station, and I'll probably do most of those things off camera, but I thought it would be fun just to show a little bit how is that being done. So, Phoenix, get back to our SSTO, it's time for you guys to go home. Whoa! Yeah, okay, you had to show off, really. Really? Aerobatics, right? Phoenix, come on. Okay, I believe that's it. And let's just make sure that we refuel a bit, because our Delta V isn't like the world's best, so I'm probably way overdoing this. I'm filling the first rocket tanks and fuel and oxidizer. Then again, we don't need to bother, we have lots of liquid fuel and oxidizer in the orange tank. But then again, I think it should be fine. Come on. Rocket fuel fuselage, stop. No need for that much. I will probably land with plenty of Delta V to spare. Okay, let's undock. And time to leave the station. Just a second, let me get my bearings. I'm first moving away from the station, closing the docking ports, and then I realize that I'm going actually prograde when I should be going retrograde. HMV, please, come on, focus here, be a little bit serious, will you? Moving away using the RCS, because I don't want to, well, it's not smart to burn too close to the station. Pointing the craft retrograde, and we will be ready for our burn. But first I'm still saying, okay, when it comes to our stability, it's important to always pump the fuel to our most forward tanks, because that's how we ensure the center of mass being in front of the center of lift. Okay, now, that being said, let us come to the point where we actually want to burn. And I'm thinking somewhere around the current apoapsis, more or less, and there we will just reduce our periapsis to a more manageable level, obviously. Okay, somewhere along here. Stopping the time warp. And let us orient ourselves. Might as well pop a quick save. Yeah, turn ourselves orbit retrograde. Let's check where we are at. Okay. Our apoapsis is 100 and by 90. Okay. I'm using a little bit of RCS just to lower the periapsis, trying to figure out how much would I reduce it, but not by much. So I'm kind of figuring, well, what the hell, might as well burn, so yeah. Pointing our craft, orbit retrograde, come on, and let us burn until we get periapsis, and we have 1000 meters per second, which is more than enough, more than generous, so yeah. Okay, and our periapsis is in the 11 range. I think it's more than enough. Time to disable all the other engines. We have only aerospikes engaged at the moment, which only makes sense because we're in space. And time to do our return. Note when it comes to hitting KSC on the nose, I really suck at it. So yeah. And now I'm maintaining a very high, or not that high, I was previously maintaining high angle of attack simply because I want to use also the body of the SSTO for introducing additional drag. Now, dumping some fuel, so as you can see we really didn't need that much. Because I didn't want to I wanted the center of mass to be as forward as possible. And so far, all in all, this is a pretty nice SSTO. It's very decent, very handy, and it works beautifully. So I'm now leveling in the flight because I don't want to brake too hard. As you can see, I haven't still opened up all the air intakes, and I haven't put the air brakes. I'm just allowing the body of the SSTO as it glides through the upper layers of atmosphere to actually slow on its own. And we are now going 1100, so it becomes obvious we're still above the desert, so that means we will need to be engaging our turbojets, because we are descending a little bit faster than I would like, and we are going a little bit, or we're slowing down faster than I would like. So I'm now just pitching up a little bit, and because I want to still remain in the layer between 20 and 25 while I am flying towards the KSC, at least until we reach the continent, and then I'll probably dive down. So HMV, make sure that this happens, and please try to keep the aircraft stable, will you? Yeah, he's just happy. So yeah, HMV he already has some experience in terms of piloting, so yeah. And our scientist or engineer, Mr. Fisher, this is his first mission. Hopefully it won't be the last. That kind of depends on you, HMV, how you land, so be careful, please. And yeah, I hope they will be continuing in the next mission. So that being said, we are enjoying the sunrise above the Kerbin, and while we are flying towards the KSC, we can already see the mountains and have that scent of home. Okay, pitching slightly more up just to make sure that I stay in the sweet spot and that I don't get atmospheric burning effects. After all, we are going 1000 meters per second, roughly Mach 3.3. So yeah. And at this point I'm just deciding to lower the thrust on the engines a little bit, and also to start introducing the air brakes. Not yet, but soon enough. Okay. Yeah, at the moment it should be enough that we just kill the engines, or I don't want to kill them because it takes them a while to spool up, so I'll just reduce them to almost idling, like, I don't know, 5% throttle or something. We're still going very fast, and we are now shooting for somewhere towards the mountains in front of the KSC, so I'm a little bit concerned that our descent trajectory doesn't send us crashing into the mountains. That wouldn't be fun now, would it? After all, we are carrying valuable science with us, and the cloud layer slowly shows the mountains from underneath, so that gives us a hint of where home is. So I'm trying slowly to correct for the towards runway, or at least where I think the runway should be. What do you think, HMV? And he's going through a cloud layer, so he's starting to panic a little bit. Guys, it's just clouds, condensed water. You've flown through it many times before, or at least you have, HMV. Okay, and yeah, we are now closing up on the KSC. We can see the shapes of the peninsula where the KSC is. I have engaged a little bit of air brakes to slow us down significantly, at least below Mach 1. So we are now subsonic. It seems that KSC is experiencing a little bit worse weather. That doesn't deter us. We're just like regular plane going to land, lining up for the final approach. I'm playing once again, guys, this in 2 times acceleration, simply because of the frame rate. Given the amount of mods that I'm playing and the fact that I'm playing 090, my performance is like 15 frames per second, or 14 frames per second once I hit record. So yeah, and I don't think it's the fraps, I think it's just the game itself. Hopefully it will be better in 1.1. I'm really looking forward to some enhancements. So 158 meters per second, and I'm now slowly thrusting with engines because I want to keep control, attitude control, and I will slowly start introducing the brakes, making just final adjustments. 130. Let's kill the engines now. I think now it should be fine. Yep, kill the engines. And air brakes. And touchdown. Wheel brakes, and ladies and gentlemen, we have landed. Nice mission, HMV and Mr. Fisher. So, please take the SSTO where you have picked it up and make sure it's in mint condition. Thank you. So, taxiing all the way to the spaceplane hangar. And as you can see, we have ample of liquid fuel and oxidizer. Okay. So, the heroes of the day, HMV and Mr. Fisher, bringing the first results of the station science. So, our station has just become useful to us. Which is actually, given that KSP and usually stations are just for show, it's kind of a big thing. So let us extend the ladder, which I have this time put in the correct order, but then again, it's too short. So, yes, I goofed up on the ladder again. Let's recover the vessel. And let's see how much science we get. I think it's 50. Yes, it is 50 science. And we have gotten some ribbons. HMV, congratulations. And Mr. Fisher, congratulations. Your first ribbons. That's great. Okay. Now, moving on. I'm just thinking it would be a smart call to actually, while we're using our SSTO, to actually now upgrade it for the next in the set of experiments, which will be, of course, first, let's kill this ladder. I mean, it really is going on my nerves, sorry to say. Yeah. I'm trying now to find the real deal, and I think it should be about time. Don't you think so, guys? So, yes. Much better. Great! That solves our ladder problem. Mark 1C. Cargo. And I'm saving it as cargo bigger. Why, you ask? Because when it comes to Zoology Bay experiment, actually we cannot have this one. We need a bigger. Cargo bay. So, because we need to transport as well kibble, which is the sort of currency or food for the animals that we have launched together with the Zoology Bay. So now I'm just expanding a little bit the SSTO and putting... First we put the SAS, food, life support supplies, Yes, please. Then we need batteries. We have this. We have. So I'm thinking probably life support supplies waste container. Hopefully. Yeah. And now I'm thinking that we put zoology bay and the kibble, but I would like to put it through a decoupler so that I save the SSTO like this, and then I can basically put some satellites and more stuff in there. So I'm kind of thinking, yeah, something like this. This looks much better, and let's put kibble and experiment. I think it's creature comforts. Yeah, that one. And I think that's it. Now all we need to do is strut it. Make sure it doesn't dance too much. Strut it to the cargo bay. Yeah, I think that's good enough. So, yeah. Now we just need to fix the turbojet groups. And then we will put it into the build queue. Which brings us, guys, to the end of this episode. I hope you liked the episode. Please press like if you like the episode. And for more KSC content, subscribe to the channel and there will be more. Thank you again for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.